maybe like I said, a fresh look from the outside, someone with eyes, with no context of the history of everything, just kind of watching it. I think that's probably the biggest thing, and we'll see what it does. We're not, I don't know that we're all of a sudden going to score 50 points a game, but maybe we can get 10 more, 15, 13 more points. Maybe we can convert a couple more third downs. So I think that's just the hope, is just, hey, what do we do well, and let's build on that.
So just like that, Matt Rhule has replaced Marcus Satterfield with only 3 games left as the offensive coordinator and play caller. Husker fans will no doubt appreciate this decision, but I think it is strange given the timing. Rhule mentioned that there is not enough time to install a new offense like the air raid, and Dana Holgorsen barely knows these players after only being with the team, a week? Gary, should I just be happy that the deed is done? And other than Matt Rhule seeming utterly miserable at this press conference, what else sticks out to you about this decision?
I agree 100% with him seeming, I don't know, necessarily miserable, but just off. When you and I talked, I told you, I feel like there's more going on under the surface that obviously he's not going to get in front of a podium and talk about. That maybe it comes out later, maybe it doesn't. I've talked to people that are speculating Rhule's going to leave, all kinds of different stuff, whatever. It's a bunch of opinions, right? People are going to talk. But I strongly agree that there's just seems to be something else going on, whether it's just the regular stress of a season that looked hopeful and promising, kind of slipping through your fingers, so to speak. And that's wearing on him. Oh my God, are we actually going to make a bowl when it looked like it was a done deal? From a positive standpoint, the fact that Satterfield seemingly is staying with the team as the tight ends coach, being really cooperative as far as helping the transition from not being the play caller to explaining his offense and the verbiage and things like that with a new guy that's taking his place. That's got to be super tough to do. One of the things I've been begging for, and Rhule's alluded to it a couple times in his last few press conferences now, is some variation of a quick passing game. When you look at the offenses, mainly at West Virginia and Houston that he ran, there was a lot of that, and Rhule alluded to that in his press conference on Monday, that it made it that much harder because even though it was an explosive air raid type offense, they didn't abandon the run. That will actually help the run. But there was a lot of times where the quarterbacks, by the time you could try to get to them, the ball's out of their hands and it's in the receivers. And that's between Rhule looking like a drastically different quarterback from when he has time to throw, when he doesn't have time to throw, to the fact that teams are just stacking the box, putting all kinds of pressure on him, planning on stopping the run on the way to the quarterback type of defenses they've been playing on us. That's exactly what they need, especially when you have speedsters like Lloyd and Barney and, even Nair, if you can get him going. Get the ball out quick, attack essentially the box because it's coming at you. You've got this wide open area of the field. There's been times where they've had opportunities to attack the middle of the field with Fedoni streaking down the middle. Just doesn't see him because he's already rolling out or trying to run from pressure. I think that's got to be a big part of it. And I'm probably hopeful, it's probably wishful thinking on my part. But like we said, if you're not changing the offense, what sense does it make to have another guy call another guy's plays? You could tell Sat, hey, I don't want you running these plays or these plays. We went and looked at the percentages. These plays are more successful than these. Call from these plays. Or is there more to it? Is it a situational play calling thing where Rhule's like, I want to run the ball, and he's calling nothing but run plays to go to the outside, knowing we don't have perimeter blocking, or I want to get the ball going through the air. I want to get Rhule in a rhythm here, and he's calling plays that take 8 seconds to develop because they're double moves deep downfield. I don't know, but to me, when he's talking about simplifying the offense, that's key. We don't need to run a whole different variation of plays and see what works, what doesn't. We're far enough into the season. What works, what guys, your playmakers you want to get the ball in the hands of. I think that's just what you're going to get a lot of. I think though he might have just joined the staff, Rhule alludes to how they've been friends a long time and stay in touch and all this. It's not like he had no clue who we had on the team or what we'd been doing throughout the season. So then just kind of looking it over, a fresh mind, somebody who isn't trying to get this guy the ball, or okay, this guy hasn't had touches in a while, that's just seen, man, you guys excel on the offensive end when you're doing these plays, or when this guy's the workhorse, or when this guy's doing that. So I think you're just going to get somebody who's not emotionally attached to a lot of these players that's going to go, this works with this guy. This doesn't work a lot. We're scrapping this. We're going to lean heavy on this. And hopefully somebody who will adapt to what the defense is giving you. That's been another one of my big frustrations with Satterfield is like, he just has these plays that he wants to run and he randomly pulls one out. And the situational side, I feel like goes by the wayside when defenses adjust to try to do things to make Rhule specifically uncomfortable. And hopefully now we can get away from that and go, okay, they want to all out blitz us. We're going to quick slant over the middle, or we're going to, just have counters for what the defense is doing instead of just going, well, I really like this play, so I don't care what they're doing or how it's working or not. We're going to run this. So like I said, there's a lot of weirdness to it, but I'm trying to look at the positive with 3 games left and hopefully, a fresh set of eyes and ears and everything else is what we need, because I mean, if we can get even a little boost in the offense, the way the defense has been playing, a bowl game's real plausible, and winning a couple, if not all of these 3 games is plausible.
I am excited about this move. I know I kind of led with the fact that it seems like weird timing, but I'm excited about the move. It had to happen. I'm the one that called him a football terrorist.
You did. I did not.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I think we're going to like what Holgorsen brings. If not this season, by next season. I like his coaching tree. I like the fact that he spent time with Mike Leach. I've always liked that offense. Kevin Sumlin's another good coach that he took over for. I like that they didn't pass him up for a job, and he had a successful year. So at this point, I would take Whipple. At this point, I would take Sipple over Satterfield. So we'll take what we can get. But tell us what you guys think in the comments about this move. We know you're happy. Do you have any concerns?